Good evening, everybody. You know what time it is. It is time to transform your mindset. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in for another episode of Transformational Mindset, where we use our experience, our knowledge, and our struggles and our lessons and turn them into a message of hope, positive change, and success. I personally believe that everything that we accomplish in life or what we don't accomplish in life is a direct result of our own mindset. How we think about something will determine how we feel about it, and how we feel will dictate how our behavior and our actions of what we take, which in turn decides what we manifest. Having a positive mindset starts the process. However, follow that up with positive action, and you can't lose. So, with all of that said, I'm proud to introduce my amazing panel of my co-host tonight, which will only be Sugar Rose. We got JB and Drew, Country Life veteran, isn't here with us tonight, but that's okay. We got Sugar Rose and myself to entertain you guys. And so, welcome, Sugar. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm doing wonderful, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. Excited to be here another week, another Friday. Um, I'm excited to tell everybody what we're going to be doing. Like tonight, since we don't have a whole, like, since it's just me and you tonight, I felt like we could really interact with the audience tonight. So as people come in, we'll say
Yes,
hey, and if you guys got questions and you guys want to interact with us, just ask us questions, and we'll interact with you guys tonight a little bit more as we talk about different topics. Me and Sugar's very good at just randomly talking about things that we're passionate about. So it'll work out just fine.
absolutely.
Yeah, it'll work out just fine.
Absolutely.
So big shout out to everybody that is in here. Love what we do, man. If you guys don't know, we are a podcast and we talk about transformational mindset. We talk about positivity. We talk about, our experiences and how we can help other people through our struggles. And that's something that I've done for many years, is try to use my experiences to help others. And Sugar Rose is the same thing, and basically uses what she's been through to help other people. So that's what this is about, to kind of connect with you guys. And also with my book, Veteran Mindset 2.0. If you guys haven't read that, go check it out. That's a lot of where the information comes from, is
It's
from my book.
amazing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Big
Yes,
shout out to
yes.
everybody, man. We want to say again, guys, if you guys want to interact with us, just ask us some questions and we will definitely, interact with you guys tonight. So what do you want to talk about? Anything? We could talk about positivity. We could talk about mindset. We could talk about, hey, actually, let's talk about this event coming up in December. I really think we should do
I
that.
think that's a great idea. Absolutely.
So if you guys
Absolutely.
don't know, it's actually going across the screen right now for those that are watching. Vet Life for Life, fourth annual 22K. We'll be starting on December the 9th. We have a meet and greet / fundraiser. You guys do not want to miss that. Like, seriously, we're going to
I'm
have guest
excited.
speakers. Yep, she's going to be one of our guest speakers. We just confirmed
Yay.
the Great Lundini. He's going to be there speaking. Hinderless 22 is going to be
And that's
one. Yep. We
absolutely
got Drew.
amazing.
We got Drew from Country Life Veteran. He's going to be one of our speakers. I'll be hosting it. We got my buddy Ed from the VFW. He's a state commander. Talk about what the VFW is doing out here in the community. So we're going to have a lot of great people showing up, and just excited, man. We're going to have food. I believe we're making a chili bar so y'all can have some chili. We're going to have Santa and some elves
Oh,
and
I
have
love me some
Christmas.
chili.
Obviously, an open bar for those that want to
Very
have a
cool.
drink or two, maybe an eggnog or something. Have this very Christmas theme. So I'm really excited about it. Really excited about it. Then on the 10th, we're actually doing the walk, the 22K. If you guys have never done it with us, it's a 14-mile 22K. It's 22 kilometers, which is 14 miles. And what we do is we walk to raise awareness for veteran suicide, mental health, and addiction. And so that's very passionate to me and vet life, and
Absolutely.
we just
Absolutely.
that's what we do. And so let's talk about you coming out and speaking, and I'm excited about that, to see you in action on stage. And um I don't know, how do you feel about coming out?
I'm super excited. I mean, for one, the cause is amazing. I think so many of us family are getting together, more and more are growing and becoming a part of this family, to say that we are going to make a difference. we are going to continue to fight. We are going to continue to push forward. We are going to continue to do everything in our power to make a difference in the lives of others, to transform people's mindsets, right? You like that little plug I did there?
Oh yeah. Oh
But you
yeah.
know, when you think about it, it's incredible because there are so many people that are coming out to this, so many, you know, strong people that really have a name in the community that are coming out to say, you know what, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay
Right.
to struggle. It's okay to go through a hard time, but you can heal from it. And
That's
here's
right.
my story. Let me be vulnerable and show you who I am and show you that it's okay to not be strong, and it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to start over. And I absolutely love that. So when you reached out to me and asked me to be a part of this event with you and to be able to come out and speak, I was just elated because this is just such an opportunity to speak to so many people, you know, and to make a difference. And I'm not gonna lie, when you said chili bar, I love me some chili, so I'll be trying all of it.
Hey,
You
listen,
know,
we make
and
some bomb chili, so I'm just saying it's gonna be good.
I'm
So
excited. I love
mhm,
chili, love
it's
love
gonna be
love it,
good. It's
especially
gonna be
like when
good.
it's during that colder time of the season.
Yep.
But I
Yep.
don't know,
That's kind of what
in
it is.
South
It's gonna be a
Carolina.
hot. Yep. It's gonna be hot. We'll have whatever toppings you guys like to put on it and stuff like that. So, have the regular chili, then all the toppings, so y'all can kind of figure it out. It's like a burrito bar. So it's gonna be
Oh yeah,
good.
that's
I'm
amazing.
excited. This is
I'm
our first
excited
time
for
doing
that.
this.
And
You realize that this is our first time doing a
really,
the whole speaking event type thing. Normally we just do the walk. We do
wow,
vendors and stuff like that, but
right?
we've so I don't know, a little nervous, hoping it's going to be a good turnout. I'm sure it will. We have a lot of good people wanting to get involved, so we'll see. We'll see. And what's important, it's like what you said, is just getting the message out, getting the
Yes,
word out, showing other people that whatever we've been through, we're getting through it, and we've gotten through a lot of it. And I think it's just so important for people to see influencers on social media saying, "Hey, look at me. My story, struggling with PTSD, struggling with
absolutely.
ADHD, struggling with anxiety, struggling with drug addiction for 10 years. And now here I am on a podcast, right? Traveling the country, speaking on
Yeah,
stages, writing books. Like somebody came to me the other day and was like, "How do you do all that?" Bro, you just got to put your mind to it and do it. Like nothing
that's
can
right.
stop us but
That's
you,
right.
right?
That's right.
So,
Absolutely. I agree with that 1,000%.
yes,
You are
yes.
your own worst enemy.
Yeah. So, like I told you guys, normally we just kind of have the conversation going, but as you guys interact with us tonight, I will answer some questions, and Sugar can too. So, we had a question. Somebody was asking if it was the VFW by the Guard Armory in the airport, and yes, it is. Yes, it's by the airport. Thank you, thank you. We appreciate all the love, guys, all the love and all the support. But
And I'm so excited to even just come out and just meet the community, you
mm,
know, meet the people in that area, get to know people, give big old hugs, and just meet like-minded people. And I am just excited for
mm,
that. I know there's so many
absolutely.
people that have said, "We're so ready for this. We can't wait. We can't wait to
Hmm.
meet you. We can't wait to give you a big old hug." And I'm ready for that too. So it's gonna
I'm
be
excited.
it's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
And let me
A lot of
just bring
fun.
this up too. What one of somebody in the audience, one of my good friends, Treehouse, she said that you gotta want it. And dude, let me tell you, I've been saying this for
Absolutely.
years. Um, a lot of people that know my story when I struggle with drug addiction, um, I tried to get clean multiple times, but I never did it for myself because I never wanted it. Like
Mhm.
it's like when somebody says, "Oh, well, you need to quit smoking or you need to quit drinking. You need to do
Right.
this." And it's like, "Okay, I guess I need to do it," but you never do it for yourself. You do it to make them happy.
Right.
And when
Do
you
it
do
for
things to
others.
make
Yeah.
other people happy, it just doesn't work out that way
It,
because it creates a resentment. You know what I mean? It creates a resentment.
yeah.
And it's like, oh well, now I'm clean, I hope you're happy. Right, like I hope you're happy because now I've done this for
Right.
you. And it creates a big
Right.
problem. So when you start doing things for you and you do it for yourself, you don't no longer have to worry about that resentment. It's just, hey, I'm clean and sober for
Yeah.
me. I feel great. I did this for me. And it's just, I don't know. I just think that when you want something in life, you got to want it. You got to go after it. And you know what? Win or lose or fail or whatever, just keep trying. keep getting up and doing it again.
That's
Just
right.
like with this podcast, right? We're just
That's right.
starting out, and some people get frustrated or whatever. And a lot of people do. A lot of people start things and they quit because it's not where they want it to be when they started. And it's like, you got to put in work. You got to get
Right.
to
That's
that
right.
level, right?
That's right.
So you got to want it. You got to want it.
And I understand that too, because for the longest time, I most of my life I've been overweight.
Okay.
And I used to eat, and I used to eat all the time because, well, I like food for one, but also like that was my way of coping with being upset or being depressed or being, going through a stage in my life where I'm just not happy. And I'd have
Right.
people say, well, you're unhealthy and you need to lose weight and you need to do this and you need to do that. And I've always said, okay, well, fine, I'll try. And, I'll go on the salad diet for a couple weeks, or I'll go on, the keto diet, or I'll try these different things. And it ends up being something in the end that I never did it for me. So I'd always revert back, and I'd always end up, gaining weight again, and I'd gain more. And I actually lost the first time because I didn't, I wasn't ready to change. I wasn't ready to lose weight. I wasn't ready to change my lifestyle. And I finally got to my life where I'm like, my back's breaking. I'm uncomfortable. This ain't
I'm ready to
working for
get
me
going.
anymore. Yeah, like I got to a point where I said to myself, I was like, you know what? It's time to change, because one, you're getting older, and as you get older, you don't get healthier unless you do it for yourself, and
Right.
two, I didn't good in my own skin. I didn't feel attractive. I didn't feel good about myself. And I came to a point in my life where I started to say, you know what? I've heard it from so many people for so long, and it hasn't worked that way. And I finally got to a point where I said, I'm ready for change. So I put it in my head, I'm going to get up every morning and I'm going to commit to this. And I would commit to the certain things that I would do every single day. And that was something that, again, I had to make that decision and be my best or my worst enemy and make the decision to change. And, now it's been 12 years later, and I've been able to keep all of my weight off because it's in my mind. There's certain things I won't do anymore because I know that they can lead me back to a path that I used to be on. And so I've chosen to transform my mindset, and I've chosen to say, you know what? No, I'm not going to allow myself to do this. I'm not going to allow myself to break down. I'm not going to allow myself to get weak, and just like with addictions, when it comes to drug addiction, alcohol addiction, whatever type of addiction there is, you're
Absolutely.
absolutely right when you were saying, about the whole that people can tell you till they're blue in the face, you got to get clean, you got to get clean, you got to stop drinking, you're going to ruin your life, this, that, and the other. You don't do it until you're physically ready in your own
So
head.
you're ready. So
You
you're
know,
ready. Sounds like we're getting really
yes,
into the conversation of building confidence. And I think that's one of the biggest ways to get to the level that we're at is building that confidence. So many
absolutely.
people literally just don't even do anything because they don't have confidence in themselves. I've literally talked to
Yes,
so many people that have actually thought of a goal or thought of a project or thought of something to do, and they quit before they even did it, because they quit before they even get started because
I've done it.
of that fear factor. Like you say with your weight,
Yep.
so
Yep.
insecure that you didn't even want to put yourself out there. So you're like, no, people are just going to laugh at me. They're not
Yes.
going to take me serious. And I'm the same way. There's a lot of insecurities that I have. And I just, it's hard because you have to be able to get over that insecurity and say, you know what? I don't really care what
Yes.
anybody thinks, is what I think about myself. And the one thing
Absolutely.
that I've realized is that people, we talk about real people. Well, people that are real and understand you, they're gonna love and respect you and listen to you no matter what. They're not worried about the way you look. They're not worried about the way you sound. They're there for the
Absolutely.
message. And so
Yes.
once we get to that level where, you know what, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm
Yep.
here to teach you. And I had to get that
Yep.
mentality on TikTok, because so
Mhm.
many people get on TikTok, and I can name names after names of people that can give a good message, but they're in it for the wrong reasons. They're in it for fame.
Right.
They're in it for attention. They're in it to be
Right.
famous and have friends. And I'm like, dude, I'm on
Yep.
TikTok to spread a message. I'm on this podcast right now to
Yes.
spread
Create
message.
a
I'm not
movement.
here to be your
Absolutely.
friend. I'm not here to be your
Absolutely.
buddy or be Mr. Popular. Like, listen to what I
Right.
have to say.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can change some lives. So building your confidence
Absolutely.
is definitely
Absolutely.
a huge stepping stone in doing what we need to do. Absolutely, what we need to do. Um, I know you've been reading my book and you're very big on my book. And because you've
Yes.
actually done a
And
whole
they're right here.
episode on my book. Yep. You've done a whole show on my book.
Yes.
We've had a bunch of people that have done it. So, what I want to do is, and you'll probably recognize some of this, I just want to bring up a couple things about building your confidence. So, if you guys haven't read Veteran Mindset 2.0 yet, I actually wrote a section of practicals and it gives you certain ideas on how to do certain things, certain tools and things or whatever. So,
Yes.
building confidence, right?
Good book.
So here's one thing that we could talk about building confidence. And I feel like accepting rejection. And we just talked about a little bit of that. But in
Yes.
my book, I wrote accepting rejection. And why is that important? Because, like I
Mhm.
said, a lot of people can't handle being rejected. And so if somebody says,
Right.
oh, well, we don't want to watch those guys because of this, or we don't want to hear what they have to say because of that, or somebody, once you get rejected, a lot of times that could destroy your self-worth, destroy your
Absolutely.
mindset, and then you want to quit. So let me ask you, or anybody in the audience as well, guys, put the comments in the comments, and I love to read them. How do you guys and you too, Sugar, but how do you guys get over somebody rejecting you, or how do you get over rejection if you feel like people are out here rejecting you for whatever reason and it affects your self-worth? How do you get over that? What do you do, or what do you say to yourself to get over that?
And that's a great question. I mean, it truly is because rejection is the forefront of so many things in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I went through rejection from, a very young age when I was adopted. I know it sounds silly, but my dad was in the Coast Guard and my mom was a nurse. And when they decided to adopt me, my dad decided, like when I was 3, that he didn't want a child after all. And so they separated. And I kind of grew up as a military brat because I saw my dad once a year. And that was a rejection for me that I grew up with and I held throughout my life.
Right.
Due to other things, of course, that came into that. And down the road, kind of what I talked about last week with how I grew up in group homes. I grew up in
Mm-hmm.
not living with my parents because I made poor decisions. But part of it
Right.
was also due to I felt abandoned. I felt rejected. And for many years, I let myself be a doormat for people as I grew older. I let people over me and use me and take advantage of me. And I got older, and unfortunately, or fortunately, I had to go through many lessons, heartache, growth, and pain and struggle to learn my worth and to learn that, what, I deserve to be treated how I deserve to be treated.
Facts.
And now that I've gotten older, now that I've gotten older, I'm like, you know what? You can reject me all you want. I don't know if it's my age. I don't know if it's the growth. I don't know if it's the lessons I've learned along the way. I don't know if it's all the bullshit I've dealt with in my life. But I'm at a point
Right.
where I'm like, hey, you don't like me. You don't like what I'm doing. Hey, I love you
I'm still
anyway.
going to
But
sleep at night and I'm laying my head on my pillow
exactly,
and I'm going to be snoozing.
exactly, exactly. And it's like, you know what? Peace out.
Right.
I wish you the best. I hope you're able to find yourself one day, and I try to truly like look at it that way. And I know for so many people, it's so hard because they deal with everything they've gone through their whole life and how they've learned, how their mind has been trained for so many years.
That's right. That's right. Rejection can also destroy a person's mindset and self-esteem,
Yes,
especially one that is already
absolutely.
struggling with self-confidence.
Yep.
Nobody
Yep.
enjoys rejection, but nobody understands that everyone goes through it on the way to success. To be successful, you're going to have to experience some form of rejection. So let's talk about that.
Yes.
See, we don't want rejection. I don't like being rejected. Nobody in here wants to be rejected, but if you want success, then you better be prepared for it because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're going to fail. You're going to not be great at
Mm-hmm.
something. It's not always going to go your way. And there's going to be people that are going to not like you. It's the truth. No matter how positive you
Yeah.
are, no matter how much of a good person you are, there's going to be people that just don't like you. There's going to be people that are going to make fun of you. There's going to be people that's going to talk trash about you. They're going to call you fake. They're going to call you whatever, because what I found is
Yeah.
a lot of people use their own insecurities to put down other people. And that's just what they
Yes.
do, you know. And when
Yes.
think about this. Think about this. Think about somebody that's sitting at home that's miserable because they have never taken action in their life. They've never
Mhm.
took a chance. They've never stepped out of their comfort zone. They've never done anything to grow. And so they've
Right.
watched you grow. What do you think that's doing to them? They're looking at you going, wow, I hate this person. They
Right.
don't really hate you. They hate themselves. They
Right.
hate the fact that
They
they're
hate
seeing where you're
exactly.
growing
Yes.
and they're still
Yes.
stuck in the same place. So, with
Yes.
that said, remember, even if somebody doesn't like you, don't question it. I used to question
Yeah.
that shit, man. I used to be like, damn, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing
Yeah.
wrong? What did I say wrong? How am I not doing something right? Like, I question this shit. Now I'm like, you know what? I focus on the people that support me. I focus on the people that
Mhm.
love me. I focus on all the shit that I'm doing right. And I don't focus on what I'm
Yes.
doing wrong. The only time I focus on what I'm doing wrong is if I need to grow from it, if it's a lesson, if it's something that I've done that I need to grow from. So
Absolutely.
what we're getting at here in the audience, guys, is that if you want success in life, be prepared to have some form of rejection. It's going to happen. It's going
Mhm.
to happen. There's
But you
just
grow
no
through
way
it.
around it. But you grow through it.
Yes.
Exactly. You know
Yes.
what we go through, we grow through, and
Yes.
that's the only way you're going to get to that next level. If I just hate to tell you this, if you don't go through nothing, then you're not even growing. Like you're not going to get to that next level unless you're going through pain. If you're not going through pain or
Yep.
struggle or
Exactly.
challenges, then you're not even challenging yourself. You're not even going to that next level. I didn't even start
Yes.
growing until I started facing challenges. I mean,
Yep. Yep.
so I'm going to read
You
another part
you
and
get
then you
stuck
can,
in the same
yep,
type of thing if you don't have any challenges in your life. You don't go anywhere if you don't have any challenges.
that's facts. You're not going nowhere.
So I agree with
It's
that 1,000%.
100% because I just, like I said, man, if you're not getting challenged, if you're not being challenged, then you're not challenging yourself. Um,
Right.
So, another example is always keep rejection in a proper perspective as far as your mindset goes. One person's opinion or even a single incident does not define who you are as a person. Just because someone else thinks something about you doesn't mean it's true. Remember your worth. Man, I get excited even reading my own
That's
book.
right.
Like, I'm like, did I write that?
I think I think it's fantastic,
Man,
honestly. Your
like
book
I'm
is
telling you,
incredible.
God was all in it. God was all in it. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
God gave me the knowledge and the experience. And when I was writing this book, it took like people that haven't read my book, Veteran Mindset 2.0, you guys can find it in my link or you can go to Amazon, but it's only a 120-page book. But you guys literally need to read this book. You don't have to be a veteran, just anybody that's struggling with mindset or
Yes.
purpose or just want to be encouraged. I'm telling you, don't look at it like Sean wrote this book. God wrote this book because he gave me everything I put down in this thing. And I'm telling you guys,
Amen. Yes.
Sean didn't write this
Yes,
book.
absolutely.
I'm not smart enough for this. I don't know what happened, but God was all over it. But
Hey,
just
God
because
always,
somebody doesn't
has
like
that
you,
plan.
that's right. And so that point that I was making, and I'll let you respond to this, is that just because somebody doesn't like us, that doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with us. Or if somebody like, what did I say? Just because somebody else thinks something about you doesn't mean it's true. Just because somebody thinks me and you suck, or they think that this podcast ain't no good, or they think that your message is no good, then that doesn't define you. Then let them think what they want. You continue to push on with your mission and you move forward. I know you got a lot to say on
Yes.
that.
Absolutely. I mean, well, first of all, I've been rejected way too many times than I can count. I've had people that are jealous and upset, and I've lost friends, unfortunately, over, certain things. And it does suck. It hurts. And, with my mindset, with me being, the empathetic person that I am, I'm kind of like, well, what are they going going through in their life that they're struggling with, to put them in a story where they don't like me. What could I help them with? I always
That's
go
right.
back to that. But it's so right. There's going to be people sometimes in your life that no matter what you do, no matter how positive you are, no matter how helpful you are, no matter how caring person, if they're not ready, they're not ready. And they're
Right.
going to have that negativity bias. They are going to be that jealous person that rejects you, that person that talks about you, that person that says things and spreads rumors. And it's okay, because at the end of the day, you know yourself, and that's
Yeah.
what matters. And being here, on this podcast, making a difference. I'm sure there's people out there that are like, what are they doing? This is ridiculous. They don't know what they're talking about. Blah, blah, blah.
Somebody
But
is, I'm sure.
somebody is, but there's a lot of people out there too that are listening and going, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that this could be going on with me. Or, wow,
right.
I'm going to do this because I think that this could help me heal because I'm done hurting, or whatever it might be. So when you have somebody in your life that is negative and that is jealous or talks about you or does things hurtful to you, don't let it phase you. Don't let it phase you. Just remember that something is going on in their life where they're not on your level. You're up here and they're down here. Okay.
I was
That
waiting
is
on it.
exactly.
I was waiting on that.
Yeah.
They're not on your level. They're not on your
They're
level.
not on your level.
Oh my God, dude. Let me tell you, listen. One of the things that I talked about too is people coming into your life and then all of a sudden disappearing, right? Or people that you thought that was on the same mission with you, then all of a sudden they're gone. And then you start questioning yourself, what the hell did I do wrong? What did I say? What did I do wrong? And it's like, dude, you did nothing wrong. They were not on your level. They weren't ready to grow at your pace. You were moving too fast for them. They had to back off and go do their own thing. So, guys, when somebody is in your life and then all of a sudden they bounce out, it's not you. They're not ready for you. They're not ready for you. They're not ready for your level, and they just couldn't be there. You know what I mean? So take that as like a compliment that you're too much for them. Shoot.
Right. And everybody comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a blessing. They come into your life to teach you something. They come into your life to help you grow. And sometimes it's always not in the way you want it to be. But you grew from it. Think about that relationship. Think about that job. Think about that certain situation that you're unhappy and you're not you're angry at the way things went, or you're hurt, or whatever it is. You learn something from that. You're growing from that, because the next situation that you get in, you're going to stop and you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. Nope, I'm not going to do this again because I don't want to feel this again.
That's right. You're going to remember. You're going to remember.
Life, there's always
So let me go to the next part of this accepting rejection, because I know a lot of you are going to relate to this part as well. So use rejection as an opportunity to move forward with wisdom. So exactly what Sugar just said. Exactly what you just said. Use rejection as an opportunity to move forward. Learn from it. Learn from it.
Yeah.
It's like she said, a lot of things that go on in your life are lessons. And so definitely it could be a wisdom. With each rejection, use it to grow stronger and become better. So every time you feel rejected, or every time somebody rejects you, just take that and be like, you know what? It's all good. I'm going to grow from this. Right. And never blame yourself. Never blame yourself, because if you're doing the right thing, and you know you're doing the right thing, and you're putting in work, and you know that you are sincerely putting 100% into it, like I said, and like Sugar said, it ain't you. They're there for a season. And this is what's crazy with you saying that. There's been people in my life since I've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in the audience that can relate. People coming into your life at a really bad moment because they're struggling. You spend a whole lot of time helping them, and then they leave. And it's like, well, why the hell did I help this person for so long and now they're gone? Right? I've questioned that. Like, what did I say and what did I do? Is it my fault? But then it's like you said, sometimes God puts people in our life for a season. Sometimes God just puts people in our life to say, you know what? You're here to help this person. And now that you've helped this person, they have to go on their own journey and keep going.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
that was a
Yes.
huge lesson that I learned. And this is what we're talking about: learning from rejection, learning from
Mhm.
anything that's going on in your life. You must become mentally strong and know your self-worth in order to learn and grow when rejection comes. So that's exactly what we're talking about. It's at a
Absolutely.
Veteran Mindset 2.0, guys. If you haven't got the book, go check it out. It's on Amazon. I seen a couple of people in the comments asking if I can give them a signed copy. I definitely do that as well. It just takes a little bit longer because I have to order the book. I'll sign it, then I'll send it off to you. And if you really, really want me to get that, just shoot me a text message or a message on Facebook, and I will get back to you on details on that. But accept rejection, man. I guess we found our topic: accepting
Right.
rejection, and that's
Exactly.
just
Exactly.
it's huge. You never know what somebody's going through, and you guys got to remember one thing: a lot of people that are in your life, they might leave because they don't feel up, like they don't feel like they can match up to you. Sometimes they feel like they just have to
Right.
grow and get themselves right because you are too much for them. I tell people all the time, if you're
Right.
going to be in my life, I hope you can run a marathon because I'm not slowing down. I'm not slowing
Right.
down. I hate to run, but I will run.
I
I'm running this
I
marathon.
feel
That's
that.
exactly it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it too. It's not a race. It's not a race. I've seen
Right.
people for 4
Right.
years on social media. I've seen people pass me per se. I've seen people just like shoot to the top. And it's like, holy
Mhm.
smokes. But you know what? It's not a race. It's a marathon. And
Right.
if you're in it for the right reasons, it it will work out. I promise you. Whatever you're
You have
doing, whatever
running
your
shoes
goals
on.
are. That's right. You got them shoes on. If you're in it for the right reasons, you will grow. You will get to the next
Yes.
level because
Yeah.
we're all needed. We all have a story. We all have a message, and it's about delivering that message, but being authentic about it, being real about it, not in it for the money, not in it for the fame, not in it for all these other reasons, but to save lives or help people. And if you are sincere about
Absolutely.
that, you will get to that next level. Man, I appreciate you guys on that
Absolutely.
Facebook, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. By the way, let me just take this moment to do a plug real quick. For all of you guys that are watching this right now, in a couple weeks, you will be able to find us on all platforms like Podbeam, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Awesome.
You will be able to go back and listen to this. Um, for most of you watching this on
I'm
Facebook
so
Live right
excited
now,
for that.
yeah, and you guys can watch us on YouTube Live. So make sure you guys are following her and following me and following the channels and sharing it out. So, with that said, if anybody else in the audience wants us to
Appreciate
engage, if you have any questions, please take this time to ask us because it's only normally for all of you that are in here. We have two other people. We are missing two co-hosts tonight. They had some stuff they had to take care of, but man, I'm having fun. I'm having fun right now, and I think we're doing well. Cheers to you too. Cheers to you too. Um, rejection is not fun.
It is not,
It's not fun.
it is not. And I just can't, I love that you can grow from it. I love that you
Mm-hmm.
can literally take something that you've gone through, whether you didn't get the job that you were hoping to get, whether the relationship you were in didn't work out, whether, it was something else. You take all that and you grow from it and you
That's
get
right.
stronger and you
Mm-hmm.
become a healthier version of yourself through it, and it's like there's so many times I've thought about what if I just wallowed in my own
And
self-pity.
it's a
Like what
win
if
it,
I
baby.
just sat there and I tell you, what if I sat there and wallowed in self-pity and I just didn't do anything about my life and I just got my heart broken over and over again and I got stuck in situations where I was miserable and unhappy and you know so many people like we were talking about earlier that are in those situations, how do they get out of that? What's the
Mm,
first step to being able to get out of feeling that rejection, feeling that loss, feeling that anger, that hurt towards the situation? What do you take as the first step to getting out of that? To being able to stand up and go, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this as my glass is still half full. I'm going to grow through it
yes.
and I'm going to
Yes.
move forward. But how do you get there? What's your
I
thoughts
believe
on that?
first thing is just like with anything, even when it like comes to my book, the five levels, right? But number one, you got to have
Mhm.
the right mindset. You got to acknowledge it. You got to
Yes.
recognize that holy shit, I'm in a bad spot right now. Like,
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm obviously having a breakdown. I obviously have my feelings hurt. I'm obviously feeling sensitive. I'm obviously like I know there's something going on. I need to get into the right mindset. And I think that's the first step is wanting change, wanting to be better, recognizing it and then realizing, okay, where do I go from here? What do I do now?
Right.
Accepting it and then moving forward.
I love that too because it
Yeah.
really is truly all about that mindset and
Hmm.
how do you get to that point where you're like, you know what, I'm unhappy and I'm in a place where I am tired of the same old doldrum life I've been living.
Hmm.
I'm tired of dealing with the struggles I'm dealing with. You know, when I do videos on TikTok, a lot of times I get a lot of comments that say, this is just my life. This is how I'm going to be forever. You know, I'm just stuck here. I'm miserable. I'm unhappy. I don't have enough money. I hate my work. I hate my life. You know, and what do you do in those situations to get out of there? You've taken the first step. You've reached out and you've said, you know what? I'm unhappy. I'm not
Hmm.
okay with where I'm at in my
I'm
life, you
tired
know,
of
whatever it
this
might be.
life. I'm
Exactly. You've
tired.
taken the first step and your
Let me
mind
ask you a
is
question,
already
Sugar.
starting to churn.
What
Yeah,
did you do when you wanted to lose weight? You looked at yourself and you said, you know what? I'm overweight. I'm tired of feeling this way. What did you do? You took action.
I did. I took action, you know. I sat and I
Hmm.
looked at myself in the mirror and I went, hot damn, there's too much of me here. We need to do
She
something
said,
about
hot
this.
damn, it's way too much. Hey, I'm starting
I
to feel
just
that way
it
too.
was just you know, but I committed. I got myself on a plan. And I literally I almost got myself on a daily affirmation plan where I
Yes.
started talking to myself, not really talking to myself, but you know, like I get in the mirror and I'd say,
It's
you know
okay.
what?
It's okay.
You deserve this. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel beautiful. You deserve to be healthy,
Hmm.
you know? And then I and literally wrote down goals for myself. And for me, I actually used my Fitness Pal, and that thing was amazing on my app. And I started committing to every little thing I did. Like, I am only going to eat this many calories a day, whether I want to or not, whether I like it or not. This is part of
That's
my
right.
commitment to my goal of where I want to be in 6 months, and then where I want to be in 8 months, where I want to be in a year. And I literally sat there and I I stopped and I said, this
Hmm.
is it. I'm done being miserable. I'm done being unhealthy. I'm done struggling to walk. I'm done with all this stuff. And I'm at the point where I'm ready for change. So either
You're
I
ready
do
for
it for myself.
change. Yes.
Exactly. No one else is going to do it for me but me. You know,
Hmm.
and I can have people encourage me along the way, which is great, but no one else is going to change for you but yourself. And
Boom.
once you get
Somebody
to
say
that
that again.
point,
Way out in the back.
mm,
Way in the back, baby. Baby. Oh my God. Say it in the
yes,
back. Nobody.
nobody is going
Nobody.
to change for yourself but you.
Oh my God. Nobody's gonna do it, y'all. I don't know who you waiting on.
Mhm.
Santa's not coming. The positive
Really?
fairies not floating around and gonna come by and take care of your problems for you. Now listen, me and Sugar Rose, we can lead you to the water. Okay. Veteran
Yes,
Mindset 2.0, the book can lead you to the water. We can
that's
give you the
right.
tools. We can give
That's
you
right.
skills and we can give
That's
you
right.
things to use, but you got to want it.
Can't make you drink.
You can't make you
That's
drink
right.
it.
You got to
You've
be
got to do it.
thirsty.
You got to be thirsty.
You
So
got
if
to
you're
be
ready for
thirsty for
change,
that
be the
water.
change.
Yes, yes. Amen. And
That's like my
oh my
favorite
gosh.
quote that I love to say is if you, and a lot of these guys probably seen it on Facebook, if you want change, be the change. If you want change, be the change.
Yes.
It's I know a lot of people like one thing I can't stand is when somebody comments on my stuff and goes, "Well, it's easier said than done." And I'm like, Yeah, it is a lot easier
It
said than
is.
done. But guess
Yeah.
what? That's the point.
Right.
Genius. That's the
Exactly.
point. I mean,
Exactly.
if it wasn't easier said than done, then what's the purpose? What's the point? If it's not hard, then why not? Then it's not a challenge. We've already talked about that. If it's not a challenge,
Right.
if it's not going to challenge you, if it doesn't expect you to step out of your comfort zone and to do something that you've never done before, then it's probably not going to challenge you enough to where it's going to get you to that next level.
Right. Absolutely.
Anything
And once
worth
you
it is hard.
it oh, absolutely, it sure is. But anything that is worth it is hard. But anything that's
Mhm.
hard is also worth it in the long
Bam.
run. When you think about it, it really truly is. And
That's right.
once you start getting to that point where you're already here, each and every single one of you guys, you lovely people that are here in this chat
Mhm.
with us tonight, you are already transforming your mindset. You're
Already.
already sitting there listening to us talk and listening to how we are pushing you to say,
Mhm.
hey, it's time to heal. It's time to open up. It's time to find a new way if you're not happy with something in
Yes.
your life. And once you do, you will not believe how your life is going to start
Yep.
changing. It
Yep.
is the moment that you say, you know what? Boop, I'm ready for change. It's like a button you got to push and be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to it and I'm going to do this.
And then they
And
don't even
once you do
realize what
that,
comes with that, right? What comes
yes,
with that?
yes.
What comes with you pushing that button and saying, okay, I'm ready for change. I'm ready to be better. I'm going to be the change. So, guess what happens now? Now that you got the positive mindset, now that you're transforming your mindset into somebody that you've always wanted to be, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
now you're that
Mm-hmm.
person that you've seen other people like, and you're like, man, I want to be like that person. Now you're positive. Now you're motivated. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to
Yes.
shoot your energy out to the universe, which is going to start
Amen.
creating
Yes.
positivity in your life. And it's going to give you
Yes.
more positive people in your life. So now
Yes,
you're
it
going to be
is.
surrounded with positivity because you're giving off positivity. Y'all don't understand
Yes.
that. This guy's like, I just don't understand it. Nobody ever positive comes around. I'm like, because you're an asshole. Right? Like, if you're an
You need to be visited
asshole,
by the positive fairy.
if if you're an asshole every day, if you're bitching and moaning every day, if you're griping about life, if you're bitching about life, then what do you
Yeah,
think's going to happen? Why do you have bad days every day? Because you're manifesting your bad days. Just like people don't understand that,
exactly.
oh, they think manifestation is just good shit. They think manifestation is just about positivity, but it's wrong. You can manifest the bad stuff too. And we
Nope.
do that. We
Yes, you
manifest
can.
sickness. You can manifest sickness. You can
Yep.
manifest being broke. You can manifest, getting hurt. You can manifest your emotions. Like, everything positive that you
Mm-hmm.
can manifest, you can do the
Yeah.
same in the negative way. If you're walking around talking about, well, I'm broke
Yes.
and I'm this and I ain't never gonna have no money and I ain't never gonna have this and I ain't never gonna have that. Well, guess what? You ain't
You
never gonna
ain't.
have it because you just told the damn
That's
universe what to
right.
do. You just threw all that
Yep,
energy out there and said,
exactly.
I ain't never gonna have it. So
Yes.
guess what? You're not gonna get it.
Yes.
You want
That's
it, go
right.
get
And
it,
everything
tell the world.
that yeah, that's amen. Amen to that. And that is so true because everything you say, any little thing you put out in the universe, believe it or not, it comes back to you in one form or another. And you do manifest your own happiness or your own misery. You
That's right.
do
That's right.
sit there and make the choice how your life is going to be. And
Yep.
I love the fact that you said, when you have someone every day that's like, I just have a shit life and a shit day and everything sucks. Yes,
Yep.
everything is going to suck. It's going to continue to suck and suck and suck.
Yep.
And you finally stop and say, you know what? I don't want it to suck anymore. I'm going to do something different today. I am going to do something positive today. And I'm going to find a way to maybe I don't know how to do this. I don't know where to start. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
where to begin to change my mindset, but I'm ready to because I'm tired of being an asshole. I'm tired of having,
Right.
shit
Ready to
days
make a
and being
difference.
miserable
Just
in my
get
life.
to the level where you
Yes.
want change.
Yes.
Get to a level
And
where
that's
you at least want change.
yes.
And then you
And
can
that's
go
where
from
you
there.
reach out. You reach
You
out
reach
to people
out,
like us that are
surround
here.
yourself with positive people. Watch me and
Yes.
you. Those that are watching this podcast right now, like if you're not motivated right now, if your body is not saying, damn, these guys got me wanting to do something that I haven't done yet. Like these guys, if we're not motivating you, then you need to check yourself. Like you need to do something and get yourself motivated because I'm motivated right now.
Yeah. I'm
Like I'm, t-
motivated.
I'm telling you,
The
like
motivation fairy came and met me.
being around good people is the trick. Be around good people, be around
Mhm.
positive people, be around people that want to see you succeed. Let me tell you something, man. 10 years of drug addiction.
Yeah.
Do you think I was around people that give the damn about me? Those people wanted to see my money. Those people wanted to see my drugs. Those people wanted to get high with me. And that's all there
Yeah.
was. Do you think they cared if I was going to do a podcast? Do you think they cared that I was going to be an author one day? Do you think they cared that I was, destroying my marriage and killing myself? No, they didn't care about none of that stuff.
Right.
Those kind of people
Right.
just wanted to see me fail. Those kind of people just wanted to
Yeah.
see me be in the streets. That's why 99% of the time when you decide that you want change, the environment, you don't even got to worry about walking away from, because guess what? They're going to walk away from you. They're going to
They're
walk
gonna
away
walk
from
away
you
from you. That's right. That's
because
right.
they're
That's
like,
very,
oh
very
shit, this
true.
guy's on a whole different level. Like, I don't even want to hang out
That's
with him no more. Right.
that's what
So
that's all about. That's right.
So
They're on a
change
different
your
level than you.
mindset. Transformational mindset is about transforming your mindset to a person that you want to be. I mean, I can't make you
Yes.
be that person. Sugar Rose can't do it. I don't know what you want to be, but I'm telling you now, you have to transform your mind. It starts with it
Yes.
up here, starts in your
Yes.
mind, starts in your heart. And because that's kind
Yeah.
of the one of the same. It's like once you think about it and you feel it and then you got to start taking action. So, it's just like I
Yes.
said in the intro. It's when you start thinking about something, then you start feeling it. And then from feeling it, that's when you start taking that action because you
Yes.
react to the way you feel. So I can get into a whole thing with that,
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying. Like you just gotta want it. You gotta make action happen. You gotta step up, and you just gotta quit worrying. First of all, quit worrying what people think about you, and just go for it.
Yep.
And go for it.
Yep. Don't worry about what anyone thinks about you because you're always gonna have
Exactly.
haters. There's
You
gonna
got
be people
us.
out there that ain't gonna like you.
You got us.
Haters eat
Shit.
us.
Exactly. Y'all go read that like 10 posts down. Haters are mad and they hate us because they ain't us.
They hate. That's right. That's right.
So I wanted to
You
read this
know,
other
and
section really quick on rejection, and we can kind of talk on this because there was two other things I didn't read because I really enjoying reading this now. But the thing about rejection is that it usually involves something that we really want. However, it's not always a bad thing. Here's the reason why I say that. Rejection shows us that you're not living inside your comfort zone. The more you live outside of your comfort zone, you are more likely to be rejected. And that's okay. It shows that you are pushing yourself
yeah,
to your limits. Again, I wrote that with God's help. I'm telling y'all, man,
absolutely. Hey,
go check it out, dude. Like, if you are experiencing rejection, if you are experiencing haters, if you are experiencing uncomfortable moments, that means you are stepping out and you are doing something. You're not sitting on your
yes,
couch eating potato chips. Nobody's gonna
yes,
fucking hate on you or talk shit about you because you're sitting at home eating potato chips. People are gonna hate on you and challenge you when you are out here stirring it up. When you're out here making a
that's
movement, when
right.
you're out here making noise, you making
Yes,
noise, now people are gonna have something to say. So if somebody rejects you, let them reject, let them. Because guess what? You, like
yeah,
again, we'll go back to it. They're not on your level. They're not on your
that's
level.
right. That's right. And there's hundreds out there that aren't going to reject you. There's
Yep.
hundreds out there that are going to listen to you and hear your message, whatever it might be. And, I always like to say that there's a million stars in the galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to catch one. There's no way that you can't
Okay.
catch one,
Okay.
and
I like
that's
it. Reach out there to those a million stars and reach out
that's
to
right.
just reach out to them and you're gonna get one
Yeah,
out of a
that's
million
right.
stars. I like it.
That's
I like
right.
it. Y'all, yeah,
You're
y'all better
always
write
going to
that
catch
down.
one.
I like that. I like that.
I might have to make that one of my positivity jingles.
I vote you do it right now. I vote you do it right now. Like, something
You want
like
me to
reach for them stars. Do it. Let's go. Let's give them an example. Give an example of a positive jingle.
Okay.
Hey,
So
you're
just
stepping out of your comfort zone right now.
yeah, I am stepping out my comfort zone, just doing the whole singing live a cappella thing.
Let's
But
go. Let's go.
okay.
Lead by example.
There's a that hey, that's very true.
Okay.
That's very true. Okay, I'll do a little jingle for you.
Little jingle. Y'all
There's
ready?
a million stars out there. Odds are you're gonna catch one.
Woo! I love it. Good job. I love that. I like it. I like it.
Right off the hip. See, I'm nervous and I'm sure
Hey,
there's
but
probably
you
going to be
did
people
it.
out there.
But you did it.
Yeah,
You did
exactly.
it. And that's the point,
I grew
fam.
a pair
Is
and
that
I got
that's
brave.
it.
Yes.
That's the point, guys. You never know what you're gonna get. Right? You
That's
never
right.
know
Right.
unless you go for it. Right? I mean, who knows? You might reach for
Yes.
those million stars and grab 2. You might grab 3. You never
Hey,
know.
that's right.
But it's kind of like that old
That's
lottery thing,
true.
right? It's like talking to the old guy, and it's like, man, I ain't never gonna win the lottery. He's like, well, how will you know if you never play?
Right?
So if you're not
Hey,
playing, if you're not out here working, if you're not putting in the work, then how do you know you're ever going to make it? So don't look
yep.
at me right now and say, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to ever um be able to do a podcast, or I'll never be able to be an author, or I would never be able to speak in front of
Mhm.
people." Like, let me tell you something. I freak out every time I do it, but I do it. I step out, I do what I got to do because I know my message is going to reach somebody. I know that there's a person out there
Yes.
somewhere in this podcast tonight. Somebody Sugar reached, somebody I reached. And I know that it might be one person, it might be 10
Yes.
people, but I know you might catch it on replay. But I know that somebody's going to get their life is going to change tonight because of this podcast. And the point
That's
is, if
right.
I don't do it, then I would just never know. I just never know what could have been. So the point is, whatever you guys want in life, go for it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't.
That's
Don't let nobody tell you can't
absolutely.
do it.
And you know what's funny is for years, like I said, like last week, we were talking about kind of the get to know me stuff. I was talking about how I used to be a follower. And
Right.
I used to be just, the end of the tail end of the leadership, line, right? And so I
Mm-hmm.
never was one to speak out or say my piece or say how I feel. But in the back of my heart, I always had this thing that I said to myself, like, what if I could talk to these people? Or what if I could be the one that they're all looking at me and listening to me? What if I could motivate them? But I never stepped out of
Mm-hmm.
that box for a long time because I was
Right.
afraid. I was afraid
Right.
of rejection. I was afraid of being made fun of and teased because, I grew up with that. So that's one thing
Mm-hmm.
that negativity bias kind of crept in. And I had some incredible things happen in my life that I was given an opportunity. Someone came to me, reason, season, or a blessing, people come in your life. Someone came to me and said, hey, why don't you do this? And it turned into me becoming a leader. It turned into me becoming a motivational speaker. And it turned into
Mm-hmm.
me sitting here right now with the podcast with the amazing Sean Laurie, and it was because I took a chance and I
Yep.
stepped out of my comfort zone, terrified, y'all.
Yep.
I was terrified to step out and get in front of people and talk. But once I saw that I could do it, once I bucked up and said, you know what? It's now or never. I can
Mm-hmm.
either sit here and be a follower for the rest of my life, or I can see what other life has to offer, because this is a dream of mine to be able to speak to people, to make a difference. And I didn't know what it was back then, but I do now. And I'm telling you,
And you see what
don't
happened.
stay
Like,
in your
I
comfort
watched
zone.
you, I seen you, and I'm like, wow. Like, beyond all the, like, it wasn't even for me, it was the authenticity. It was for me, for you, it was not even just the message. It was, I can see authentic. I could see passion. And whenever I see that out of somebody, it's like, wow, that's somebody that I need to work with. That's somebody I need to connect with, because I don't want no fake person out here with me. I need somebody that's really wanting to change lives. I want
Absolutely.
somebody that's really got a
Yes.
mission. And so when I saw
Absolutely.
that with you, I'm like, wow, we've got to connect. We've got to connect. And God knew it. God already knew it was a plan. God knew that there was something, between us that was going to happen. And even with our other two co-hosts that ain't here tonight, there's something with them, like they're out there
Yes.
doing their thing. So, you know,
Yes.
uh, just continue, guys, to surround yourself with positive people, surround yourself with motivating people, and don't be scared to step out of
Yes.
your comfort zone and just do you and be you. Because I promise you, there's people that love you. There's
Yes.
going to be more people that love you than hate you. So with all of the people that don't like you and all the people that hate you, think about those that love you and want to see you succeed and want to see you succeed. So we
Absolutely.
are actually coming towards the end of the
Absolutely.
podcast. I am so excited. I think this has just been like an amazing episode. Y'all do me a favor right now, for those that are still watching right now. Just, I usually don't do this, but I just want you guys to blow this podcast live up right now with hearts and love, and just show us what you thought about the podcast tonight. Give us some love. I want to see some hearts because I'm watching the Facebook Live. So just drop some love. If you really enjoyed it, share it out to your friends. Let people know if they want to get motivated and inspired, come and join us every Tuesday and every Friday. So next Friday, guys, we are
Yes.
going to have our very first guest. Our very first guest is going to be Josh from What Makes Us Fire. He's on TikTok. I don't know if you guys know him, for those that are on Facebook, but if you know him from TikTok, his name is Josh. What Makes Us Fire. I've been on his podcast. He's a great guy. He has a huge message, a huge heart, and he's definitely a great guy. So make sure you guys tune in Tuesday, but also tune in next Friday for our very first guest. You don't want to miss that. Um, Sugar Rose, it's been a freaking honor. Like, just me and you cranking it up tonight, man. It was good. I had a blast. And everybody in the
Yeah,
audience, man, you guys have
I
been,
did too.
the audience has been sick tonight, man. You guys have been amazing. Um, one more
You
plug
guys are
before I
awesome. We
ask you
love
a
you.
question. Yeah, we all love you. We love you guys. You guys are insane, amazing. Don't forget, it's all across the screen, guys. Take a screenshot of it or something, or go to the Facebook page, Vet Life for Life. Join our 22K this December. You can meet me in person, Sugar Rose in person. She's going to be speaking. It's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss it, guys. Come out and meet us December the 9th at Post 3181 in Florence, South Carolina. And then on the 10th, we are doing a 22K, a 14-mile ruck march or a walk or a run, whatever you guys want to do to help us raise awareness for veteran suicide, mental health, and addiction. For those that don't know, we
Yes.
are losing veterans at a rapid rate. It's like 30 veterans per day we are losing to suicide. So it's something that needs to be talked about. It's something that needs to be something we need to discuss, and something we need to raise awareness about.
Absolutely.
So with all
Absolutely.
that said, I had a blast. Sugar Rose, I want to ask you,
Yes.
if you could leave something for the audience about, well, we've talked about rejection, we've talked about a positive mindset, we talked about stepping out, and just in your own words, I guess, what would you say to somebody watching this right now or listening right now, and they're like going through a hard time and they want to do something, but they're scared to step out, they're scared to get judged, they're scared for people to look at them and laugh at them and say, oh, they're not going to do no good, like just terrified. What would you say to that person right now to get them motivated to do what they want to do what they truly want to do?
Honestly, I would say I want you to take a look at yourself 10 to 15 years from now. I want you to look at your future. I want you to look at where you're at. I want you to picture where you're going to be living, what type of life you're going to be living, what type of situation you're going to be in. What do you envision? What do you see? Do you see success? Do you see happiness? Do you see moving forward in your dreams? What is it that you see? And honestly, one thing I used to say, and someone asked me a question quite a while back, was like, what would you tell your younger self? Right? Because
Mm,
15, 20 years, you're going to be your you are your younger self right now.
that's
So
right.
what would you tell yourself? What would you say? I would say, honestly, the things that you go through when you're younger, the things that you struggle with when it comes to rejection, whether it comes to hurtful people in your life, whether it comes to people leaving your life for a reason, whether a season or a blessing, whatever it might
Mhm.
be, you take all that with you and remember that you grow each and every day. Each and every day is a
Mm.
new day. Each and every day you're moving forward with your life, and you can grow from it, and you can learn from it, and you can heal, and you can move forward, and you can do the things that you have dreams of doing, whatever it might be. Our plan isn't
Mm.
always our plan, and sometimes things don't work out the way that we want them to, and it crushes us
That's
and it
right.
hurts. But you know what? 5, 10, 15 years down the road, you're going to look back and go, I tried. And this may not have worked out, and this may not have worked out, but this did. And look at me now, and look at where I'm at now. I'm happy, I'm healing, I'm in a good place in my life. So the things that are going on in the right now, right at this moment, whether you're dealing with, pain, heartache, loss, trauma, whatever it might be, it's not the rest of your life. And you're going to be a different person 5, 10, 20 years from now. So remember that everything you're going through right now is to help you grow, it's to help you become stronger, it's to help you find your purpose and who you are as a person. And you can grow from that. And you make that choice. You make that choice what you're going to do with your life.
Boom. If y'all didn't catch that, you need to watch the replay and go back and listen. That was some fire right there, guys. That's what I'm talking about. So take it, learn from your mistakes, learn from the struggles you've been through, and just keep moving forward, guys.
Mhm.
Just don't quit. That's the whole message tonight.
Yes.
Accept rejection. Don't quit on yourself, believe in yourself, and you can make anything happen. You can make anything
Yes.
happen. Just believe in you, because not everybody's going to
Yes.
believe in you, but as long as you believe in you, you can make it happen. Guys, it's been a freaking
Yes.
honor. Don't forget, every Tuesday 9 p.m. Eastern, every Friday 9 p.m. Eastern, every Friday we have a guest. Transformational Mindset. Share this podcast out. We are on all platforms. Make sure you guys share it to your friends. And that's it. From Sir Veteran Guy, Sean Laurie, from Sugar Rose, Transformational Mindset. That is it. Until next time, until Tuesday, we will see you guys again. We love you. And remember, your diagnosis does not define you. Good night.
Absolutely. We love y'all. You guys have an amazing rest of your week,
Whoop, whoop.
whatever it is that you do. And remember, get your running shoes on because you're now on
Yes,
our
yes.
level, right up
You on
here
our
with
level.
us.
Let's go. Let's
Have a great
go.
night, guys.
Later, fam. Woo.